Wow, beautiful. First question?
KP, this is only game 15, but in the grand scheme of things, how tough was this loss for you guys?
Yeah, tough one. Shouldn't have dropped it just like we did, the Indiana game, the first Philly game. Especially at home, it stings, it stings real bad. It's NBA, one day you win game like that and then the other day you lose. So could we done things better? For sure, but it is what it is, and we gotta live with this result, and in a couple of days we have another opportunity.
Your team had a 67-point first half, and then in the third quarter the team was limited to 20 points. What changed offensively?
In the third quarter?
Correct.
It was them putting the pressure on us, and we didn't really know how to react and what to run, and kind of got a little stagnant. We were trying to get this switch for Brad, but Dort was doing a good job fighting through it and made it really tough for us. So I think, for us now it's because we're hard to stop once we get going like that in the first half. That was their only chance. They put 5 smaller guys on us and switch everything and be real physical and into us, and that's when we got to figure out how to play effective in those kind of situations where they're up, and we have to use those flash passes and back cuts and pick them apart that way. So I think that's going to be something that this game is good for us in the sense that we're going to learn how to play against that type of pressure that we had early in that second half.
20 points for you in the first half. What did they do specifically against you in the second half?
It's the same thing. Switching, not giving any threes, anything open. That's an adjustment. I should have probably been better also. Low side screening, rolling to the basket, and then taking advantage of the mismatch. But, again, it's that balance where I want to open up the lane for Brad to drive and not clog it up and try to post up. So it's on us to find that chemistry when Brad wants everybody out and drive, or we take advantage of the mismatch in the post and throw it inside to me, and then I make the next play. So, but it's day by day, and we're going to get better. And this one stings real bad, but I think it's necessary for us to get to the next level.
Still for you, 25-plus points in 3 straight games. It's been a few years since you've done that. What can you say about just the way you're scoring right now, maybe compared to some of your other better stretches throughout your career?
Yeah, I'm shooting the ball well from 3. That's a big part of it. Found a few things that worked for me offensively and stuck to it and have a pretty good routine going. And my teammates are fighting me. That's the main thing. I'm not a point guard. I don't bring the ball up, so I live off of my teammates. I live off of Tay, Brad making plays for me. Kuz was great making plays for us. My teammates and me just knocking down shots and being aggressive when I need to be aggressive.
KP, you're not the first guy to mention having trouble with the switches. What specifically are you guys having trouble with? It seems to have been a season long. Is it identifying what the next action need to be, or where does the trouble come up?
No, it's like it's once they switch, like what do we do from there? We need to figure out okay, Brad wants to attack this guy, or you want to put me in the post against this guy and get that mismatch, get that matchup. That's what we need to do. And maybe third quarter is too early to start, just looking for those isolation plays. But then we got to have those, some of the flash plays that we already have, run those to a high level, and they're denying Brad, boom, I get open, I flash, play through me, that backdoor cut for Brad, things like that. Just more movement, more thrust, and less fighting and screen, and now they switch and we get nothing. So I would say a bit of that. That's why I'm thinking that that second half is going to work for us well, to look at the film and see, okay, in this situation when they're doing this, we want to get to this quick and move this way, and kind of put a play style for us, in those kind of situations.
KP, you talked about your routine. Did you change when you're warming up before games after the groin injury?
Yeah, I'm not, pre-game shooting anymore. I do it in the morning. And I think, yeah, because I do most of my warm-up like right before the game, before I go out. I come out late always, and that's when I really just lock in my shot, and it's been working for me, so I'm gonna keep doing that.
What gave you that idea?
I actually did not, like in Europe we don't shoot, we don't shoot like at 60 or anything like that. So in New York, I think for a couple of years I didn't do it. I did it as a rookie, of course, but I didn't like it. But then I kind of went back to it, and now I'm kind of back to that way. And there's obviously I always try to evolve and do things differently. And the way I've been moving, the way I've been, feeling on the court, it's how I want to be feeling. And so I'm sticking to the things that are working for me right now. And I think that's another thing that I added that is working for me better than just getting, like those shots up when you're still cold, and that wasn't really working for me that well. So I get a good warm up in, and then come out right before the game, just get my touch, feeling good, and that's it.
What do you think of Gilgeous-Alexander after facing him tonight?
Yeah, he's a dangerous player. He's a hard guy to stop. So I don't know if it's his body type or what it is, but the way he can like slide by guys and spin and get to the rim, he's so talented. And it was hard to stop him tonight. It had to be a team effort. Tried, but he still made some big plays. I think some of those calls that he got late in the game are, you can argue those calls, but at the end, we couldn't stop him, and yeah, hats off to him. He did that. So he's the motor for them. Without him, that game would have been close. But he did the job and got the win at the end. Hit that big three.
I got one. So you're talking about the switches. Are you guys a team that would rather play against those switches, get those matchups, or would you rather just kind of play within the flow of your offense and more or less ignore those?
It depends on what the coaching staff sees. We trust them to make that, to make those, decisions for us out there. We're just playing and playing instinctively. So yeah, I think it's going to be us looking at the film with the coaches. Coaches are going to figure out ways how we can be more effective and play against those kind of high pressure situations.
One more, please. Solo sobre la selección de Toño y ahí pase para el mundial para el año que viene. ¿Cómo te sientes viendo que la clasificación está alcanzada para el?
Sí, la verdad con mucho orgullo, muy contento. Hemos puesto el trabajo durante el verano. Ahora el primer partido contra Grecia en la ventana, ganamos de 20 también, sin tener a muchos jugadores, pero los que estaban han hecho el trabajo y la verdad que creo que todo el país están contentos. Va a ser la primera vez en la historia y va a ser estamos muy contentos por ir por primera vez al mundial.
Te vimos feliz durante el partido que estaba lleno, el partido estaba lleno. ¿Cuál fue la importancia de jugar para ti con la selección después de 5 años sin jugar?
Sí.
Y pasar ese tiempo con los
No, para mí es cuando más disfrutas del básquet, jugando con tu país, poniendo los colores de tu país y jugando enfrente de tu gente, ¿no? Y además en casa. Para mí fue una experiencia increíble y como digo que me ha cargado las pilas, ¿no? Para la temporada, esos 2 partidos realmente. Así que sí, tengo muchas ganas de seguir jugando con la selección y ojalá tenga más oportunidades de jugar en el futuro. Gracias.
You just say the whole country of Yankee is very excited to qualify for the World
Yes.
Cup.
Oh, there we go. Yes. Spanish is solid, yeah?
No,
Hey, why are you flexing on everybody else that you know Spanish now?
Is that generally what you say?
Yes.
You're practicing Spanish?
What's that?
You practice?